in a perfect world, when you think about where you'd like your career to go, the sorts of roles that you'd like to, delve into in the future, what would be an ideal character or story for you to explore that we maybe aren't used to seeing you in?
I mean, that's a good question. My favorite, oh look, everyone's gonna kill me for having this
Why? Oh.
rubber band on my wrist. Everybody hates that, the hair tie on the wrist.
Girl, I've had that in so many shots and been like, what was I? What?
I live with multiple. I prefer dark comedies. I do think that I shine there. I do think I have a natural comedic timing and understanding of comedy, which maybe some people have not grasped yet, that's something that is a strong suit for me. So I like that area. I like that zone. And I also just do love action movies, which I know most actors are supposed to be like, I want to do a period piece. I want to do something character focused where everyone can see me shine as an actor. But I resonate with those movies. I have the most fun making them, and they're the best experiences for me.
Okay. Now back to the film. Like I mentioned earlier, you're essentially cuffed to a corpse for a significant chunk of that. Walk me through just the logistics of it. I mean, was it heavy, hard to move? What was it like filming with that?
It wasn't it was a person. So it wasn't
a corpse in the sense of like,
it wasn't a mannequin is what I.
Oh, okay. It was an actual human.
It was an actual human man who was he like is a gymnast and a Cirque du Soleil performer, and he was amazing. And I was changed to him every day, and I'm in every scene of the movie. So I went to work every day for however many hours we shot, at least 12 hours a day. And I was handcuffed to him and I drug him around, and all of that efforting is real. My back and my hamstrings were on fire the whole time, and I was exhausted, but that helps the performance so much when you're actually like on some level suffering a little bit. It's easy to be frustrated the way the character needs to be.
Yeah. And there was so much solo acting and performance from you with this film. What was that experience like for you?
I like when it's quiet and I'm able to just emote on my own without a ton of dialogue. Mm-hmm. I always think that that's really interesting, and that's been fun for me. It is hard to carry every day of filming that way. Sometimes you're like, how many different ways can I be out of breath? How many different ways can I be distressed and make this interesting? Hopefully I did okay. I don't know.
Yeah. And would you recommend this as a date night movie? I mean, it's a thriller. Some people are into that. Scary stuff.
I love for date night. I love things that are like relationship or couples based, like Big Little Lies or The Undoing. Like those things are so fun to watch as a couple, because you also are always like, are you capable of doing that? Would you do that to me? Exactly. It's fun to like analyze each other and then talk about like what you're watching and how you feel about what you're watching as it pertains to you as a couple as well. So I do recommend it as a date night movie.
Okay. All right. Date night movie. Check that. Like I mentioned, you've had so many amazing roles, from Transformers, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, this upcoming film, New Girl. I'm curious to know, when you look back at your career, what was the turning point for you? What would you say was the role that definitely changed your life?
Well, definitely Transformers was the first audition my agent ever sent me on. And that obviously changed my life. I think Jennifer's Body changed me as an actress, because of what I was able to connect to and how that's sort of pierced through time. Like a decade later, that role is still speaking to people, especially to young girls. Like I got stopped in the mall the other day by a group of young girls who were like, we just watched Jennifer's Body. We love that movie so much. Like it's so relevant today. So it gave me a chance to tap into something that is sort of perennial or eternal, if that makes any sense.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And only because the film is about to celebrate its 20th anniversary, one of your first ever acting jobs was Holiday in the Sun with the Olsen twins. Wait, you're like, no, let me stop you right there. I just want to know, do you have a memory from the set? What do you remember about that time?
I remember we filmed that in the Bahamas, and I remember I used to have to go because I lived in Florida, to the Bahamas on those tiny little seaplanes. Mm-hmm. And there was always a hurricane, as is the case in Florida. So I was always like, it was a near death experience every time I had to fly into film. And then I remember the Olsen twins had the most amazing closet full of clothes. Like I was in awe of all the clothes and how fashionable they were back then. And we were kids, and obviously they went on to become incredible fashion designers with the Row and their other companies. So, but I remember just being so wishing I was tiny enough to wear all those clothes. I wasn't
Yeah.
strong
Oh my
enough.
God. You're gorgeous. You would look flawless in any of them. And before I let you go, we want to do a really quick fashion flashback. So we're going to look at some of your most recent iconic carpet looks. I want you to tell me who you're wearing, if you remember what you were going for with the look, and just what we're doing. Okay, so this is my favorite. Ooh, girl, I just wish I could one day break down this dress for me. What was the vibe for the night? Where were you? Were you nervous about a wardrobe malfunction, a slip?
So this is Mugler, the dress.
Okay.
And I had just come from Mugler.
Mugler, okay.
Mugler, not Mugler, according to this person over here in the corner, but who knows? Subjective, the pronunciation.
Tomato.
I had just come back from Costa Rica. I had been in like this deep immersive ayahuasca experience, this very spiritual experience. I had literally come back the day before, and I was not prepared to have to go on a red carpet, and I did not want to wear that dress of all dress. I wanted to be in like what I'm wearing now, like full sweats. I was like, if I have to go, I need to be covered up. I'm not ready. I'm too sensitive. But everybody forced me to wear that. I guess I'm glad that they did. I wasn't worried about a wardrobe malfunction. I was more worried about like the fragility of my mental state. But I'm happy with it. It was a sexy dress, I guess.
Yeah, it was absolutely stunning. This one, the pink with are these diamonds, rhinestones on the shoulder?
Let's go with diamonds.
They're diamonds on the shoulders, head to toe pink with the jumpsuit.
I can't remember the name of the designer. Please forgive me. I'm so sorry.
And I love the magic.
The shoes are amazing. That look was a lot also. It came, I think, the day after, like 2 days after the Mugler. And I actually liked that one maybe more. I don't usually wear a lot of pink. People put me in a lot of black. I was super excited to be in a color and be my best Barbie that day.
Yeah. And lastly, more color actually. I'm loving the asymmetry on this one. You got the off the shoulder, one sleeve, the length on one side. Very interesting visually. Where was this? How were you feeling in this look?
I think that was American Music Awards. I was like one of the first award shows back after COVID. I don't know. I look like a Christmas present, right?
You do not look like a Christmas present, Megan. Okay, sure. If it was a very sexy, highly attractive and stylish
I was styled by his stylist for that actually. Like last minute, I asked him, he doesn't really style women. I was like, can you pull something for me also? And we always pick things that don't necessarily match, but they go together somehow. So the sheen on his suit and the sheen on that, even though he was in white and I was in green, it did kind of look like some kind of weird confection, like some kind of sugary dessert. That's the vibe I got.
I love it. I'm here for it. Congratulations on Till Death. Thank you so much for your time. Appreciate you.
Thank you. Bye.
Take care.